So I have washed my hair already. I just had it sitting in the towel, taking off the excess water. And I am going to firstly use Semi-Delino anti-breakage fluid. This is a really, really lovely spray to help with weak and damaged hair. So I'm just spraying that into the hair. This is great for people with fine, weak hair, or people with blonde hair as well, to help protect from any breakage whenever you're drying and styling the hair. So I'm just spraying that on, sort of working more on the mid-lengths and ends than into the root. Then I am going to get my Tangle Teaser. This is the best brush ever for brushing out the hair whenever it's damp or wet. The little bristles on it are really, really bendy, so it just works through the hair so well. So just brushing that through. So it's really soft to use on the hair. You don't feel that it's pulling, and it doesn't feel sore on the hair either. So it's really, really nice to use, and it just gets out the little tangles and knots so easily. So that's that. And then I am going to use my Andrew Fitzsimons Glam Spray. He is actually an Irish celebrity hairdresser, and he has brought out a range for pennies. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like. It was only €3. It is for adding volume and styling into the hair. So I'm just going to add a bit of this into the root area. So I'm just going to give it a good shake first. And what I tend to find is if you just put a little line into the hair, and you're spraying it not too close, you're not spraying it into the actual root like that, because you'll end up with really sticky, and it'll be really work out really hard in the hair. If you just spray it a wee bit away from the root, right, and just go through the hair, getting your wee lines and working it into the root area and just shaking it through. Separating the hair and then spray it on, I find, is the easiest way to work it. And just sort of working the product through the hair as well with your hands, so it sort of gets distributed everywhere. Around the back. There's a lovely smell of it. So like that, just working that product through the rest of the hair. And then we are ready to blow dry with those little products. So then moving on to your tools. So we are going to need your hairdryer and a round brush and some sectioning clips. So your hairdryer, any hairdryer will do. The only thing I would say is really important is to have a nozzle on your hairdryer. A lot of hairdryers that you buy should come with a nozzle. I know a lot of people probably get their hairdryer and throw this away. But if you are blow drying your hair and trying to style it and have like a smooth look, whenever you're going like this with your hairdryer without a nozzle, the hair or the air is just coming out and it's going to be going everywhere. So really you need your nozzle on to help direct the airflow that's coming out of the hairdryer where you want it to be. So that is going to be on top of your round brush on the hair, and that will help smooth your hair a lot better. Okay, so that is really important. And also having a round brush. This is a Denman round brush. I love these because I find the bristles are quite sturdy. So you feel like it gives a good tightness in the hair whenever you're blow drying it out. And it has ceramic on it, so that helps smooth the hair whenever you're blow drying it as well. So after you have the product and all in your hair and you're ready to go, we're going to blast dry it off first. So you're blast drying the hair off to maybe 60-70%. If your hair is generally really curly or really kinky, you don't want to blast dry it off too much. Sort of the wetter it is, you will be able to blow dry it out smoother, better from wet than if you are blast drying it off. You're sort of drying the kink or the curl into the hair, so you're making yourself more work because you're going to have to pull that out of the hair when you're blow drying them with your round brush. But my hair is pretty straight, so I am just going to give it a quick blast off. Okay. So now that you have your hair blasted off a bit and dried a bit, you're going to put in your sections. So I am going to start off with just sort of along here and bringing it down over to the crown. And that can be your first section. And then I'll go above the ears and sort of bringing it around to above the occipital bone. Word gets me all the time, it's so hard to say. And then you have your third section down here then. Actually, that's quite a big section, so I might just make that into another section. So there'll be 4 big sections. Okay, so that's your section. So that'll help with blow drying it a lot easier, and having the clean sections, you'll be able to work with the hair better. Starting off at the bottom section, I am using my round brush and I start off in the root area. As you can see, I am rotating the brush in the root area, and that's to help create a little bit of tension, so when you are pulling the brush out from the root area to the mid-lengths and ends, it's going to help smooth out the hair. As you can see also, when I am bringing the brush through the hair to the mid-lengths and ends, I'm always turning the brush, and that is going to help smooth out the hair when the blow dryer is going over the top of it. Really, it's all about practice, so it's just getting used to holding the hairdryer and the brush together and watching yourself in the mirror and how you position your hand and your brush and your hairdryer. It's always important to have your nozzle, you can see here, your nozzle directed over the brush, and I tend to not hold my nozzle on the brush too much or on the hair, because if the hairdryer is too high, it can damage the hair. So sometimes you're better just having it hovering over the top of the brush. But it's just about finding what's comfortable for you. If you need to put down the hairdryer or put down the brush or use both your hands to help get the brush into the hair, do that. It's whatever's comfortable with you, and whatever you find easiest will create a better result at the end. So moving on to the side sections now, I'm getting my brush again and putting it in at the root area and bringing it out to the mid-lengths and ends and turning the hair right in. So that is going to create that nice turned in look, and holding the hair in the round brush, that creates that nice bit of body as well. And just doing the exact same on the other side. As you can see, I am slightly pulling the root up and out whenever I'm bringing the brush out, and that's what creates the body. So moving on to the last sectioning is at the top. So I'm starting in at the crown area and getting just doing the exact same process. But at the end of this process, I am sort of holding in the hair and the round brush, and this is just going to help create that bit of body, and I'm letting it cool down before I take the brush out. And the same on this section. I'm going to first bring it back, and then I'm going to bring it forward, and that's going to create that lovely bit of body at the front of the hair. So just the same process again, starting in at the root, sort of pulling at it to get that tension, and then pulling it out through to the mid-lengths and ends. And the same on the last piece as well. Just repeating it, and what I like to do is just hold the brush in for a wee bit longer on the last piece to create that nice body. So I just let that last one cool down a little bit before I took it out, before I'm taking it out. And there you go. So you can take it over to whatever side you want. And you can see that there's just a nice bit of body created in the hair. Or if you want to wear it in a middle part, you can, but I normally wear it over to this side. So just to finish off then, I have lots of little flyaway hairs, as you can probably all see. But I am just going to finish off with a little bit of Semi-Delino Shine Spray, crystal spray. So I just spray a bit of this onto the hair, and that will help get rid of some of those wee flyaway hairs. Or maybe not. This wee one. And a little bit of hairspray for hold. Which is Silhouette by Schwarzkopf. Maybe I might actually go over the other way. It seems like that's where it wants to go. So sometimes it's better just to go with the hair instead of fighting it. If it wants to go. So that is me. I hope you liked the tutorial today. If you have any questions or any comments, please let me know and drop me a line. It'd be great to hear from you and see what you thought of it. And that's me. That's your Bouncy blow dry done for today.